Thank you guys for watching, or girls, whatever. Today we're going to have a look at the Arrma Nero. This is an unboxing. Then why is it already unboxed? I can hear you think. Well, I don't know. It's just the way it is. It's also the most disappointing part, I think, of what I've seen of this car so far, is actually the box, because the box art really does not do it justice. I'm not dissing the box or anything. I mean, there's a ton of info on it. Let's go over some of the info first. There's aluminum slider. Hey, it actually says aluminium. You see that? I will make sure I get a close-up of that. So there's aluminum slider drive shafts and steel CVDs. It's fitted with 3 lockable metal differentials and a Diff Brain. Now, I think that's also what makes this car so innovative, is that Diff Brain and the fact that you can switch between modes, so you can lock the center diff, you can lock front and rear diffs and all that stuff just from your remote. This is my first Arrma car. I've seen Vasco, my buddy Vasco, he has had a lot of Arrma cars in the past. He also did an amazing unboxing on this car, very technical. I will not be able to beat him on that. I will also put a link to his video. I'm pretty sure you've seen it already, but I will put a link to his video in the video description just so you can check that out. I'm very much new to the Arrma range of vehicles, so I really have no idea. So you will be discovering this car as I sort of discover it. Well, you can tell, I think, by just looking at it that well, the box is kind of a disappointment if you look at the actual vehicle. So it's a good thing that you can throw those away, because this is really the least important part of the entire car. And now it says you can blast, climb, wheelie and drift with this car. I don't even think that they're kidding with that, with all those diff options. So you can drive it with all the differentials locked, you can drive it with the center and the rear diff locked, you can drive it just with the center diff locked, and you can drive it with all the diffs unlocked, which is the default setting. Now, that is really unique, and that's also what sets this car apart, I think, from all of the other cars that Arrma has in their range. They have the Kraton, they have the Italian, they came out with a lot of stuff. The Centon, over the past year and a half, they really knocked it out of the park, and I think it is really no different with this one. This is, I think, the pinnacle of their innovative possibilities. Let's just toss this box to the side and have a look at the actual car. Let's do all the boring stuff first. Let me put the car over here. It is quite a heavy car, by the way. It says 6S capable, so I haven't checked yet, but I'm quite sure that I will be able to fit my 9000 milliamps max amps LiPos. That's the one that I usually use for my Traxxas X-Max. Dropping them in this car. It is of course lighter than the X-Max. Will make sure that I get some pretty sick run times. You get some information. I have no idea really what this is. It looks like some option parts and some other stuff that I will read on a rainy day, which is not today, by the way. So I will be seeing, perhaps if by the end of the afternoon I can take this car out and take it for an initial spin, because I really cannot wait. Then you get this bag with what looks like an instruction manual, some tools, and let's just have a look at it. Let's see, you get some battery connectors. That's actually pretty cool. I won't be using these, however, because I'll run Castle plugs on all of my batteries, so I will just change the plugs that are in the car. I will change those out for the Castle plugs. This is, I believe, an alternative skid plate. So there's a skid plate under the car that you see right, hold on, let me just take the body out for a minute. Did you see right here? This one will get like hung up if you go crawling with it, because you can also crawl with it if you lock all of the diffs. And then the other skid plate that gets included, or that's included in this bag, is a tiny bit slicker. So, well, that's that. Not sure how effective this is going to be, but I'm pretty sure that we will find out. This seems to be like some different shock piston options. We will get into that later. Some screws. I'm not sure if I forgot to install these or if they're actually supposed to be like this. Oh, they could actually be for the skid plate thingamabob. I should probably read the instructions before I give you all this wrong information. Let's see, well, some basic tools. Cross wrench, some hex, some Allen keys, stuff like that. Then you have all this sticker material to make sure that people know that you're actually driving an intelligent car with all this Diff Brain stuff going on. An additional pinion, I believe you need to install this 17-tooth pinion to actually hit the 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour that is indicated on the box, or 100, I believe it's 96 kilometers an hour. But yeah, cool that that's included as well. This is actually telling you that you need to install that taller pinion to achieve those type of speeds. And then this, I think, is just an overall instruction manual. Yeah, just telling you not to be dumb, not to drive it over pets and against children, and I don't know, all that stuff. Some exploded views as well, so in case you do mess something up, it should be pretty easy to find parts numbers and order those. Let's do the radio first. I've never seen a tactic radio in real life before. I know that Axial also uses them. I also think that I need to actually cut this zip tie in order to fully see what is what. I know this is a really messy unboxing, but it doesn't really matter. I just feel like I'm hanging out with you guys and you guys are hanging out with me. So bubble wrap of course is always awesome if you have like a couple of minutes spare and you're really bored. I don't know, I get great joy out of this. Tactic radio, so these I believe are also the type of radios that you would get with your Axial vehicles. Feels okay to me. I think it will use 4 AA batteries. Yes, it does. This thingy doesn't fall out like I've seen in the past with some of my associated vehicles. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this radio if it functions and it has a proper range on it, and most likely I will. You can of course trim your throttle, your steering, all that stuff. Then you have this dial switch to unlock and lock all those diffs. So that's pretty cool. I think you need to put the car still first before you actually go changing between all those diff modes. But the fact that they actually came up with that and have installed that in this car is, I think, pretty awesome. I believe it is a system with tiny servos that actually push a gear in and out, thus locking it or unlocking it. So I don't know, I'm super curious to find out more and to see what it is actually about. Well, I think this is one of the few cars that's currently on the market that actually looks a tiny bit disappointing with the body on, and that's not because I hate the body or anything, it's just because the chassis itself is such a pretty thing to look at. Now, the car is called Nero. They did supply me also with, I got like a couple of clear shells as well. So I will actually do the name justice, and instead of having like a blue and white color scheme going on, I'm going to paint mine almost completely black, because Nero means black. Anyway, let's put this to the side. This is a decent feeling body. I don't think that this is going to cause me a whole lot of issues when running it. Looks good. I like the body lines on it. I'm really keen to paint one up. I like how they stamped that Arrma logo in the bed. And yeah, overall I don't have a lot of complaints. Most likely I will keep this one as a basher body and then paint a new one up in the meantime. Now look at this. This is really, I don't know, to me this is RC pornography. I'm not sure about durability and whatnot, but you know what, really, looking at this, I really don't care. It has like the push rod suspension going on. The plastics look good. It has like a really nice looking battery trace. It almost looks like some sort of alien spaceship. This is really a car that could do without a body, just because of the sheer awesomeness of all the design work that's going on underneath the shell. You got this roll bar thingy keeping the ESC from getting damaged. This is also a part that you can easily pull out. You can just pull these two body clips out and it will come off completely in case you want to do some sort of maintenance, in case you want to reach those shocks, or if you want to get to your receiver or whatnot. The ESC and the motor setup in here is a rebranded Hobby Wing system, again capable of 6S. I will be changing these battery connectors out just because I do not like them. I will also see if I can slide these caps a tiny bit further back, so they sit a bit better protected. The push rod suspension system, this is of course something that you may, if you're familiar with, for example, a 5th scale Formula 1, I have a 5th scale Formula 1 car, they have the lay down suspension with those push rods. The Revo had it, the Summit has it, some Traxxas vehicles as well. This is a very common setup. For me, this is in a basher vehicle, this is the very first time that I actually have a car like this. Keeps the center of gravity nice and low. They do sell this as a monster truck. I don't really think that it is like a monster truck just because of the ground clearance. It's just like a really awesome basher. Well, what more can I tell you about? There's not really a whole lot. At first glance you may think that it's like a pan chassis. It's actually not. It's twin vertical plates. So you have 2 aluminum plates going on from the front to the back. There's some bracing going on in between. Those battery trays, again, they look really awesome. It's a button system. I hope that will hold up when I'm out bashing. So you actually have like a battery door that drops down, so you can install your battery. I'm pretty sure that these battery trays are pretty large and that they're big enough to hold those 9000 milliamp max amps batteries that I usually run in my X-Max. Everything looks really nicely finished. It's a really neat looking car. I like the CVDs, I like the red anodization that's going on over the twin vertical plates, over those shocks, and also on the wheel carriers. Overall it just feels absolutely like a quality product. Now, as soon as I saw pictures of this car emerge online, I knew that I wanted to get my hands on one, just because it looks so different. It doesn't happen too often that companies are able to release something that really catches my eye, and then also with the tech specs that I go like, wow, you know, this could actually be a new benchmark. But I think Arrma really nailed it with this one. Overall quality looks really nice. Durability, well, we will see. But from what I've seen, you can beat the absolute snot out of these cars without having to worry that something's going to break. Again, this is not the most detailed unboxing perhaps. This is just me going over a car that I just took out of the box and just having a first look at it. I will make sure that there's a ton of close-ups, of course, in this video. Tires and whatnot. I guess they're good. I have no idea. I like the shape of the rims, servos and all the other electronics. I have absolutely no idea. All I know is that I'm really keen to get this thing out, perhaps even in the quarry, maybe even mount some paddle tires. We'll also check it out on asphalt, mount some road tires to it, get a bunch of Proline tires laying around just for that purpose. And well, I guess we will find out how it actually performs. I hope this was halfway decent unboxing. You will see me paint up a couple of bodies for this vehicle as well, just to see how we can make it look different. And I'm pretty sure that for the remainder of the summer this will be a perfect competitor for my X-Max to have some fun when I'm out bashing with my friends. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you have any questions, because I'm pretty sure that I skipped like 200,000 things that I should have covered. If you have any questions, leave them in the box below. Any comments as well. I do read my comments and I do try to reply to them. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. No Patreon, no GoFundMe, no PayPal, no nothing bullshit. I'm not a sailor, to put it like that. Yeah, well, that's that. Yeah, if you want to check out more Instagram, Facebook, you can find me over there as well. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Have fun and beat the shit out of your stuff. Bye bye.
We're back on.